What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Over there. Okay, y'all. Well, this is my second time making this long ass video. This is episodes 1 and 2 of Little Women Atlanta. I did record this actually on Thursday and put it into my Final Cut Pro before my computer died and lost all the files. So, and the only stuff that's left on the camera is like the last 12 minutes or something like that, just because my camera was full as fuck. So the card was full, so I had to take all of that off and put it on the computer. So only the last little bit that I recorded out of like a almost 1 hour video, that's all I got. So at the end of the video, probably like the last 12, 13 minutes, my hair is going to be different because I'm not re-recording that because I'm angry that I got to re-record this. And because the computer was broke, I just been too stressed out I just ain't even been watching none of these shows. I just been really working on trying to make it go when it's on. I'm just trying to make it edit something, save my files, just whatever. So I'm going to try to watch what shows I can today and get out what I can today. But like I mentioned in my previous video explaining why I haven't been posting anything, today is my husband's birthday, so y'all gonna have to cut me some slack because I gotta spend time with my man, okay? All right? Okay, so also, there's still construction going on. As always, the loud banging that you will hear is construction. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's get into the video. Okay, so it starts off with Amanda driving. Okay, so little mama finally got her license and she's driving her sister. And her sister talked shit to her, talk about she hit, all of the curves, whatever. So I guess she feeling, slammed around in the car. She is 26 weeks pregnant, and she's having a girl, and the girl's name is going to be Aubrey, and they think she's going to be average size. Money meets with Juicy. Twist, right? Okay. For water aerobics. Juicy is still ugly. Yeah, I know how I feel about Juicy. Anyway, the twins meet them as well. So they're all there playing, having fun, twerking in the water. The twins, of course. The shit is low as hell, like 2 feet 6 inches, which I get, okay, because they are little as fuck. And they're talking about Emily. Emily is in Dallas to have her baby. That's apparently where she's from. And she wants to use the same doctor that she used with her daughter, Ava. They say Ava, but it's really spelled Eva. Okay. Whatever. It would have been very easy to just use an A instead of an E. But that's neither here nor there. Bree is out there with her. And Juicy suggests that they have a baby shower for Minnie. Apparently Minnie has been avoiding everybody and everything, and they want to, kind of squash it by doing something nice, by having this thing for Minnie, since nobody has seen her or, heard from her in a while. Okay. So then we go to Dallas, and Emily is with Lontel and Eva and the doctor. They're at the doctor's office, and they're doing the whatever is the ultrasound, whatever the hell it is. They're checking, and they're like, well, she really does have way too much fluid. So that makes them think that the baby is small, because I guess it would be less fluid if there was more baby taking up that space. That's how I understood it anyway. Eva wants a big kid. She's like, you want a big kid or a little kid? She was like, big. And Montel obviously wants a normal size, average size, sorry, don't want to use the word normal, want an average size kid. But Emily still wants a little person child, because she's feeling outnumbered. She don't want everybody in the house to be average size, and she like the only little person. All right. Minnie's mother heard about the pregnancy from TMZ. So Minnie's mother comes over to the house, and she is pretty upset about it. So what she told her was that, yeah, I know I should have told you about the miscarriage, but everything just happens so fast, whatever the hell. But she's basically saying, okay, see, now I got to read the notes because I don't remember as good as I did last week when I made this video. Yeah, so she's saying that she thought that she was pregnant, but then her period came. And it's apparently something similar that happened to her in her 20s. When her period hadn't come for a very long time, or an adequate amount of time to make her believe that she was pregnant, and then she had it and it was a miscarriage at that point in time. So that's what she's thinking that she had. And her mom's like, okay, so you can't beat around the bush. And I mean, it's fucked up that you didn't tell me, but I'm glad you finally told me, even though I had to find out on TV and from TMZ and from blogs and online and all of that. But you cannot let everybody else just find out no raggedy ass way. You're going to have to tell people. You're going to have to stop trying to hide it and run away. And Mimi gets all emotional. Mimi. Why I keep calling her that? Okay. Minnie gets all emotional. And she's like, well, you know what? I'm just so sad because everybody got a man. Everybody having a baby. When is it going to be my turn? When am I going to have a man? When am I going to have a family? Like, I want those things too. When is somebody going to love her? Okay? Because she's saying that she wants the same kind of relationship that she got with her mother. And her mother's like, well, you just going to have to wait. It's going to happen in due time. Okay? So Minnie is like, well, what if they don't believe me? And her mother was like, well, if they're your real friends, then yeah, they will. So, okay. Money rehearsing for her voiceover shit with Moreland. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. She talking about maybe he wants to be the manager, it seems like. And she like, well, you ain't no manager. I mean, you just my boyfriend. I don't see no rings. And she said that he keeps on hinting towards marriage or whatever, but not really coming out with it, which is neither here nor there, so what? Okay, so she tells him about the baby shower. And he was like, well, why would Juicy want to throw a baby shower for Minnie if she don't even believe she's pregnant? And she was like, I was surprised by that too, basically. And he like, well, you don't think it's nothing, you think it's on the up and up, or do you think it's some real shady shit going on? She was like, well, I'm going to try to give her the benefit of the doubt and, whatever. So she basically saying she asked her, and yeah, she was, this ain't no bullshit, right? And she was like, no, I really, whatever. So, no. Actually, I'm jumping the goddamn gun. She didn't say that. She like, I'm fucking find out. That's what she said, okay? So she's saying that she don't want to just jump the gun and be all arrogant the way that she was before, speaking about her own self. And she want to give Minnie the benefit of the doubt. She changed her ways, and she invited him to the shower. And he's like, well, yeah, of course I gotta come because your ass be acting crazy and throwing drinks. So if I don't come, but she like, no, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna let life be whatever the fuck it is. But we gonna see. Okay. So then Andrea, the little pregnant tiny twin, walks into the room. And Chris is sitting there watching TV, her baby father / boyfriend / other baby father also. And when she asked him about a job, he get all up in his feelings, like he complaining about, oh, it's so hard and all of this and all that. And she was like, well, shit, it was hard for me and my sister. It's hard for us to go to those jobs. And we got rejected. You act like we never got rejected from nothing. So, yeah, we were getting rejections, and he's, made light of their situation as fucking usual. Oh, you just twerking or whatever. I hate motherfucker that will eat and live off your money and then dish you when you bring up that you are the money maker. Like saying what he said made her money and him having a place to live without no money invisible. Yeah, it all went away because of that sentence. Thank you. You cleared everything up. I can't stand that boy. So money is definitely a problem. So she gets all upset because they're arguing. He was like, "You getting on my fucking nerves," and whatever, whatever. So she goes through the little doorway or something, and apparently her sister's apartment and hers, they got apartments that are like kind of attached or something like that. So she goes over there. Her sister like, "What you over there slamming doors and shit for?" She was like, "He getting on my nerves. He don't want to work. He talking shit about the twerking or whatever." And she was like, "But I'm not working and we need money coming in." And Amanda's like, "Well, I'm not working neither." She was like, "Basically, I'm nothing without you. Like, we're the tiny twins, not the tiny twin. Like, what the fuck am I going to do?" So it seemed like she was saying that she was going to have to get a person to work for her. So she was like, "I'm not going to, I'm not trying to replace you permanently, but yeah, I have got to do something with my life to make some money." So she was like, "Well, would you be willing, Andrea, to twerk with the belly?" And she like, "Hell no, bitch, I'm not fucking." She was like, "Would you twerk?" Well, no, her gigantic, enormous ass boyfriend, Amanda's big ass boyfriend, is like, "Would you twerk with a belly?" And I'm just saying, she was like, "Well, I don't know, no, what? She don't know." Is he working? Okay. I think he did get a job in the last season. So, is everybody now living off of him since nobody has a job at this fucking point? It's fucking ridiculous. Chris really needs to get it the fucking together. And Amanda, if you know what's good for you, girl, you better not get pregnant. It would be the stupidest thing that you did because your sister's on 2 babies by somebody who's a loser. I'm very disappointed in her. Please be the smarter twin. I don't know if you're younger or you're older, but you're smarter right now in my eyes, and you need to stay that way. Do not get pregnant by this. I don't know how much money he make, okay? So I'm not going to say that his wages is low. I'm just going to say give it some time. Let him work there for a year. Let him solidify some benefits before you go out having children. Oh, I'm sorry. And also get a ring so that the benefits benefit you in some sort of way and not just the baby that you may wind up having out of wedlock. Y'all get on my nerves, these broke ass men. Okay, so right now they can't even really afford separate apartments. Like, they moved apart last season or whatever, but they can't afford that shit. I think they all need to live back to fucking together. But see, old boy working now, so he like, I ain't taking care of this other nigga now, okay? I don't do that. Maybe you. I'll take care of my girl, but I ain't taking care of my girl and her sister and her man. And the money that needs to be sent back to the parents, right? For taking care of little Andre. So, it's all kind of shit going on. All right, so Bree, back in Dallas, goes to the doctor with Emily to see if JJ, which is the baby's name, is going to be a little person or average size. They said that the baby got club feet, and Emily is saying, well, that is not so much a big problem if it was going to be an average size baby, but if it is a very big problem for a little person if her baby comes out to be little. Okay, so Lantel does not want a little baby, which I already stated. And she like, well, what do you, he like, no, I want just a regular, normal, average baby or whatever the fuck. And the doc said that the baby is more likely going to be little, all right? They still holding out hope. Well, Lantel is any damn way. Okay, so Money and Juicy decide to go shopping for Minnie's baby shower. First off, I'm going to have to say, they look absolutely ridiculous. Money, well, both of the hair, okay? I know that some people might not be feeling afros, but my hair is fly as hell, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that. This whole thing with Money and the hair, I thought that last year that her head was oddly shaped for the hairstyle that she chose, but now she just giving me older church lady, old school curl with the blue on it. I don't understand nothing that's going on with the hair, and I don't want to understand it. I want money to stop. I want money to stop it right now. Okay, I'm not here for that. I'm not. That's foolishness. See that she said that she changed her ways and that she was going to stop harassing people, but then the assault with the hair. That's not taking it easy. You need to stop playing. That hair is inappropriate. And Juicy, your hair has been inappropriate. You need to stop drawing attention to your tiny, unattractive ass, okay? You know, I kind of like her on the little Smiley show, even though it seemed like she be throwing a lot of shade to the brat. But maybe that's just episodes I saw. But, okay. Her hair is already a bright red like a rooster. And then the additional, the hang down, the twirly curls as if now it had become sexy. I need y'all to stop. Because first of all, y'all little people, so it's already all kind of tension on y'all. People already looking at y'all walking down the street in the first damn place. And now with the ridiculousness of the hair, so you don't know what they looking at. You're just making yourself a spectacle. Okay? Tone it down. I'm not here for it. Okay, so, like I said, they went shopping for the baby shower. And Money asked Juicy what she was supposed to ask her, which is, was you being shady when you suggested this baby shower, or are you, a better person? You want to up and up and all of that? And Juicy's like, no, she actually just feels like she's being supportive. She wants to be there for her. She's having a baby. It's supposed to be a good time. And even though, they had their issues or whatever, she really wants Minnie to be happy. I don't know if it's true because it seemed like she was, not being on the up and up. But she is there, and after they, started shopping, started really sort of getting into it, like she was really not buying gag gifts or, any ridiculousness like that. So, could be true, okay? Benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go with Money on this one, okay? Okay, so now we're back over by Dallas, over in Texas, and Emily tells Lontel about the baby being little. Lontel, how many times I gotta say, he want the baby to be average, but said, she was like, so what are you gonna do if the baby, isn't? What if you do, if the baby is not average size? What if you do if the baby is sick? He like, what the fuck do people do? Like, I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna suck it up and do whatever it is. Like, I'm gonna have to learn what to do. So, you know what? It kind of surprised me. I thought he was gonna get all, Lontel don't give a damn about that type shit like he was doing before when he was dissing her, making her cry and all of that. But yeah, I was like, okay, well that's not too bad of an answer. Okay, Lontel. All right. He said, long as the baby healthy, he wants the baby to be healthy, even if it is a little person. They both appear to be very scared and nervous, and the doctor tried to give them some hope. So he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a little person, but you never know. You never know, okay? So when the baby is here, not until birth will you absolutely know if the baby is. But just like said, Emily, she was like, well, you can believe that if you want to. It could be a normal sized baby if the baby had really short arms and a very, very large head for no apparent reason. Far larger than heads are actually supposed to be. So, yeah, she ain't falling for it. She ain't going for it. She like, whatever. Okay. Bree comes to the hotel. Oh, they got a hotel very close to a hospital, so she could be close because she had to go in to have herself induced like really early in the morning. And Lontel is saying that he's scared, and he's like, why? Like, I'm not ready to be a father. See, there he go with that bullshit again. What you mean you ain't ready to be a father? So the baby about to be born in a couple of hours, and now you decide, maybe this is too much for me. Perhaps I've bitten off more than I can chew. Boy, if you don't get your ass together and be there for this girl, she's scared. She already thinks something's gonna be wrong with the baby. She got issues. She think that you ain't gonna like the baby if it's lit like. Yeah, you need to stop being a bitch because at this point, every time she speak of anything that isn't positive, he was like, "You'll be alright. You're alright, girl." He is not being very comforting to her, at all. So Bree is like, they're hoping that this doesn't turn out to be like Bree because her water actually broke, I think, the day before she was supposed to give birth, which was not what was supposed to happen. It's a really bad thing. So Lantel asks, like, so what? All little women need C-sections? And Bree is like, why is this motherfucker just asking questions that he should know the answer to, like hours before the baby is about to be here? Yes, little women have to have C-sections because their birth canal and all of that is not wide enough. It's too narrow for a baby to be able to come out. So in order to, for a lot of the times, to save their lives and things like that, they do have to have C-sections. Although we know Elena does not want to have a C-section because she was like, that ain't what they do in Russia. I'm sure bitches in Russia just be having babies. Did she have a baby yet? I don't know. I haven't been watching. All right. So now we're to Minnie. Minnie goes to tell Pastor Troy about the baby, but she gets too scared. So he all excited. He like, how you been doing? What you doing? What you got? Morning sickness? And she's just giggling. And there's some other dude there. And she like, well, I really need to talk to you. I feel like he should have left. Yeah, go. Give them some privacy, punk ass. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he did not feel that way. He did not concur. So yeah, he sat right there. And Joy was like, all right, well, I'm kind of busy right now, but I will hit you up a little bit later on and you can tell me. And she like, okay. So she like, well, damn, if I can't even fucking get the courage up to tell him, how the fuck am I gonna tell these girls? Oh, and also, Pastor Troy, I don't know how you became a rapper. Well, I guess anybody could be a rapper. I told you I made a rap song. But I'm a legend. That shit is trash. Garbage. Basura. That means trash and garbage in Spanish, okay? I don't even believe that's a song. Okay, Tiny Twins and Minnie have lunch together. And she lies about the pregnancy. So she basically like, they're talking about Andrea's pregnancy. Like, so how's the baby coming along? And she's telling about the baby. And she was like, I hope they don't bring up my pregnancy. Why would they not bring up your pregnancy? That don't even make sense for you to think that they would. First of all, y'all are talking about babies and being pregnant. And you are the other pregnant person. So why would you talk about my baby and then I'll be rude and not ask you about yours? That's, first of all, arrogant and selfish as fuck. So you, I don't know, that's be a weird ass conversation. I'm like, hello, bitches, what about my baby okay too? Yeah. So yeah, she had to know that it was fucking coming. So basically she lied. Like, well, they were like, well, so how's the baby? Fine. So, what about those whatever sports team? How's the weather? Right? What's going on? What is the waiter doing? Like, she ain't got shit to say. And then she like, they were like, well, do you feel the baby kicking? Like, no, I haven't. She's like, really? I feel my baby kicking like all the time. Yeah, she don't feel it kicking. And it's been this many months. Girl, stop. She should have just told them then. She should have been told them. I still don't even understand why she wouldn't tell her mother. At the very least, your mother is always in your fucking corner. Like, for her to not have told her mother just seems weird as fuck to me. And now that she's back on good track with the girls, I don't know why she wouldn't tell them neither. Like, holding that shit in, like, that shit is some hurtful shit. You don't just not tell people, not even your mother or the baby's father, nobody. That's ridiculous. That is dumb, okay? And I can't. I don't want to be saying that she a liar, but I'm just going to say, I find it very hard to believe that something that horrible could happen to you and you would not turn to anybody for comfort. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, Bree saved her. She got saved by the ring, by the bell. Bree called and told them that Emily had the baby. The baby is all right. And right before that, though, before the commercial that came and then this came on, they were showing complications. But then they never showed it on the actual show. So it was just like a clip of something that they didn't show, just something they wanted to toss in, extra tidbit type shit. Okay. So Bree goes to visit. The baby is in the NICU. And the foot is about the club feet. One of the feet is turned in and the other one is straight, and that's what Emily is saying. So she doesn't feel like it's really going to be a hindrance as far as club feet go. The esophagus, which they thought was going to be a problem, or was it the child, whatever, is fine. The baby is on a breathing tube though. And Bree has this gift that she first brought to the hotel, and now she brought it to the damn hospital that she won't let nobody open because she was like, it's not for y'all. It's not for you or Lantel. It's for the baby. She's like, well, when the fuck is the baby? But baby ain't never going to be able to open it or give a damn about it. How about that? Babies don't do that. Babies don't care about stuff because they don't understand and they don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Okay. Lantel turns out to be very, very concerned about the baby. He's spending a lot of time with the baby, doesn't really want to leave the baby's side, which is something that I was not expecting from him. So good for you, Lantel. I'm actually quite mother effing proud, okay? Okay, so now we are at the baby shower, all right? And Money is helping Juicy set up, and they genuinely seem pleased and excited, okay? The other girls show up, and their boyfriends, the tiny twins, and shit, I guess that's all that's on the show, huh? Yeah, whatever. And they're like, Minnie is on her way, and Money is like, well, how did you get her to come? She's like, well, I told her that we were going to have like a girls' luncheon or whatever together. So Minnie's on the way, and everybody's excited. She finally shows up. She comes in, and everybody's like, oh, she looks so pretty, blah, blah, blah. You know, the stuff that you do when you're all happy for your girlfriend, and it's a surprise, surprise. And she is like, oh my God. I really, she breathed like that, though. And she see the sign that say, congrats, Minnie and Troy. And she don't got nothing, okay? They're like, okay, yay, so sit down, girl. Blah, blah. Okay, so tell us about the baby. How far along are you? I'm not going to tell you how far along I am. Tell us stuff about the baby. Is the baby doing all right? Is the baby... I'm not going to... I tell you, when the time is right. What the fuck do you mean? So, it's awkward as fuck. It's like the weirdest baby shower in the fucking world, okay? Who the fuck at their baby shower refused to talk about the baby? Just like she refused to talk about it at the damn restaurant. Like, yeah, well, when the time is right. The time is right, bitch. This is a baby shower. We would like to know about the baby. All right, so after all the awkwardness of everybody sitting there and not knowing what to say because she actually got a motherfucking attitude that they had a baby shower for her, she go on and she tell them. So she said that she didn't get her period for a few months. So she was excited just like everybody else. And she was preparing and she thought she was pregnant. And she really does believe that she was pregnant. But the test said that it was negative. Okay, so they like, yeah, we gonna need to get to the bottom of this. So these boys, y'all need to go and buy us some more motherfucking liquor. Since it just became one more person that could drink up in this bitch, right? So the boys leave, and they are like, so did the doctor say you were pregnant? No, I didn't have my period, and then when I went, he said I wasn't pregnant. So, if the doctor didn't say you was pregnant, then why are you saying you had a miscarriage? And she ain't giving no answers. She like, well, when people do that? I do that. Well, when you get ready to answer, but you feel like nobody don't believe you, or the explanation don't really make as much sense as it should, and you just like, it's futile. It don't really make no sense for me to even say it. She acted like that, right? And uh, Money is just like, look, I need the truth. Please just tell me the truth. Tell me what is really happening. Were you pregnant? She was like, because you know what? For us to, this friendship to continue, I think you need to get some help. You know, like from a psychiatrist or something. And the little tiny twin, I don't know which one it was, she was like, oh shit, like that. That was out of hand a little bit. Okay, that was like over the fucking top. She was like, because you need help. You need help with lying. She was like, I'm not lying. So she get up. She was like, you know what? Y'all can have this. Thank you or whatever. I'm gonna go. So she getting up and she like, you supposed to be my best friend. That's she said to Money. And Money was like, exactly. I'm supposed to be your best fucking friend. She was like, and you fucking sit here questioning me like some bitch on the street. So she get mad. She take their little cookies and throw them on the ground. And she leaves. Okay. Here's the thing. The reason, okay, I don't know exactly why she said to Money, you supposed to be my best friend, but I know why Money said it back to her. Like, yes, I'm supposed to be a best friend. It's what I just finished fucking talking about. You didn't talk to nobody, not the baby's father. There was nobody to trust, nobody that you could confide in to get this off your chest, because this is a big fucking thing to not tell nobody, especially your best friend. What's the fucking point in not telling your motherfucking best friend that your baby died? Don't you need somebody to cry with? Somebody to buy you ice cream, to take you shopping, do your hair for you, something? We know Money ain't doing no hair, but you know what I'm talking about. It's very peculiar to me that someone would choose to not tell their best friend that something horrific happened to them until they throw a party for you because they didn't know. And you got attitude that they threw a party for you when they thought it was a good occasion, and then they find out because you are the one who dropped the fucking ball. Yeah, it don't make no motherfucking sense, okay? So that's how that episode ends. And now we on to the second one. Whew, okay? All right, so like I said, Minnie threw the shit on the ground and she walked out. And she out there crying. She stopped. And one of the twins follows. I don't remember which one. And she's trying to comfort her or whatever. And she really just mad because Money don't believe her. Basically, she could totally understand Juicy not believing her, but it really, really hurt her that that Money didn't believe her. So whatever. All right. So now we're back over at the hospital, and Lantel is still being supportive and giving baby updates and all of that stuff because, of course, Emily had a C-section, so she's all cut up. She can't be walking around, and she can't go down to the NICU to see the baby. So he's basically like FaceTiming her so that she could see the baby and, you know, telling her what the doctors are saying and all of that sort of stuff. Emily's sister Sarah is there. Emily said that, you know, she's really upset. Throughout the whole damn episode, she's upset and crying and stuff. She said that she can't go see the baby and she can't help him because the baby is having complications, and, you know, she wants to be there to be able to help the baby. She feels kind of helpless. Lantel takes her sister down to the thing so that they could do video chat. And the doctor comes on and says that the baby has been having involuntary body movements, which they believe to be seizures, which is scary as fuck. So yeah, she's freaking the fuck out. Everybody's freaking out. I'm sure they all are. Nobody wants to, you know, seizures are scary shit, and people die from those, don't they? Yeah, they do. All right. So now the twins meet Minnie at a spa with her mother, right? So they got on these big ass robes and they are little as fuck and can't even fit them. They rolled up like to, might as well just walked around in shorts. She didn't tell her mother about the baby shower because she was like, I know my mother gonna be mad. I don't know why somebody would be mad that somebody threw you a baby shower. That doesn't make any sense. That's idiotic. Like, somebody threw me a birthday party. That bitch. Who? Let me find out. I'm gonna fuck them up. Like, that is a ridiculous response to someone throwing a celebration for you. So what the fuck is your mother gonna be mad about? You are the one who did something wrong. All right. Shower comes up anyway, and Minnie goes on to say, all right, yeah, Juicy threw it too. And she was like, she the devil and all of this and all of that. And she said that Juicy was grilling her about the baby. And her mother was like, what, after you said you had a miscarriage, they were asking you questions? So Tammy said that she's sick of people bullying Minnie. Minnie got picked on her whole childhood and got bullied and all of that stuff. And she not finna just sit around and let her be bullied as an adult. All right. She said that she will drag Juicy from here to wherever the fuck she came from. And she don't like people talking about her child. Okay. So the twins are at home. They call their mother. You see this? Ooh, these little gnats. I don't even know if my shit look a little bit blurry, but whatever. If it's out of focus, then it's just out of focus. The twins, they call their mother so that they could talk to little Andre, okay? And I just found out the reason why he stayed home. Because, you know, I'm always going in on Chris because his motherfucking punk ass is out in Atlanta when he has a baby. So if you really trying to, you know, do the right thing by this girl, why is your baby, you don't have a job. She's working and now she can't even work because you got her pregnant again without a job. You're not taking care of the first baby and you left him home so you could be out here and not work. Take your ass home. At least if you're not working there, you could babysit. Like, what the fuck? But I found out that the baby had to stay back home because he has health complications and he needs to be close to his doctor because apparently there are better doctors in Texas than in Atlanta because they both, for little people, I guess, better specialists, because Emily and her seem to believe the same thing. So they got specialists out there and they don't want them to, you know, the babies to be away from them. Andrea's telling her mother that she be having breathing problems. And, you know, her mom is very worried because she had birth complications with Andre or whatever. And, you know, she's so far away. Her mother can't be there for her or help her. And she already know that her man ain't shit. So there's that. Juicy. I don't know why this scene is even in there. I guess just give us a chance to gag and throw up. Juicy meets with her friend Dominique over at the house. Apparently Dominique does not care for Minnie. And she was like, oh, well, yeah, this is the girl. This is my friend from work at the radio station. I get to talk to her about all the juicy details about sex life. I was really hoping there wasn't a sex life. I'm so happy that there was no elaboration. Please don't tell me about it. Please don't tell me about it, okay? So, she said that she has friends, and friends with an S. Yes, she is dating more than one person because she don't want to be held down or tied down because she was married for 15 years, which is a pretty long fucking time. Go, girl. All right. And she tells her about Minnie's miscarriage and how Minnie has extended herself to her and asked her to come and talk to her. She want to talk to her. And she was like, what the fuck they gonna say? So Dominique is like, so you think y'all ever be cool again? And she's like, yeah. She wants to let bygones be bygones or whatever. And she was like, well, why are you doubting that she had a miscarriage? Like, what if she did have a miscarriage? It's like, that heifer ain't had no miscarriage. They don't believe her. All right. Emily is up down at the hospital on this day, and she's able to go down to the NICU to see the baby. The baby did have another seizure while they were there. They did something which stopped it, and they really need a neurologist to come and do tests on the baby to see if the baby is in fact having neurological problems that are causing seizures and blah, blah, blah. Bree has apparently been through all of this with Malik because okay, yeah. Emily never had to go through this with Ava because Ava, she said, you know, she was born, even though she was still premature too, she they just brought the baby right to her. So she's never had to deal with a baby downstairs in the NICU or whatever. And Bree has. So Bree is being there for her because she understands a lot of the things that are going on, helping her to understand it, and just being supportive and all of that kind of shit. Montel's mother and sister show up. They came to visit the baby, and they saw the baby via FaceTime. I think the sister did go down. And Eva couldn't go downstairs because she's not 18, so she had to watch on FaceTime with the grandmother. And they're talking about, Eva really wanting to see her brother. She's all excited, but she can't, and she doesn't even understand. They can't really explain it to her why she can't see her, but she's very excited. She can't wait until she gets to meet him in real life. All right, Minnie meets Money. So Minnie comes to Money's house. And Money is telling her, she was like, well, look, apparently Money had a miscarriage and she had to be cleaned out. And so she don't really believe Minnie. So she was like, so how far along was you when this miscarriage happened? She was like 3 months. She was like, 3 months is pretty fucking far along. She was like, if you had a miscarriage, you have to go to the hospital. They have to clean out all of that stuff, which is true. To an extent. All right. I have heard scientifically that women actually get pregnant all the time. Okay. So women have miscarriages all the time and do not have to go to the hospital and get cleaned out in the DNC or whatever the hell all of the stuff is called and blah, blah, blah. I think it does have to do with how far along you are. And I don't know when that is. 3 months is a pretty long time, but I know that at some point I went to the hospital when I was in college with excessive bleeding, and the doctors couldn't find anything, and they did tell me that I may have had a miscarriage, and it may be over at this point. That's why they, whatever. So I don't know. I mean, it could be. Or it could just be that thing, what is that shit when people feel like they're pregnant? So if your period's late and you feel like you're pregnant, you thinking that you're pregnant can make you have symptoms of pregnancy, and including up to everything, including your stomach getting big and all kind of shit like that. So apparently the mind is very, very powerful. So that could be. I'm just tossing out a possibility just to, play the devil's advocate because I don't know, y'all. Yeah. So she's like, she don't believe her. And she's like, well, I didn't have to go to the hospital. And Money is like, well, this is nothing to be playing with, miscarriages and all that stuff. That shit is very, sad and, important, big shit. So she's like, look, as far as this friendship, I'm going to have to slow it down, like all the way down. Like, I can't really fuck with you like this because I don't believe you. I don't really trust you. And I don't really think we got nothing else to talk about. So Minnie leaves, and when she closed the door behind her, she go to lock the door, which she didn't lock. What was the point of putting your hand by the lock and then not locking it? But yeah, she did that, and then she turned around. She was like, that heifer knows she lying. So yeah, nobody believes Minnie. Okay, so the twins go to the doctor because Andrea is having problems breathing. And when she was pregnant with Andre, apparently he was pushing all up against her lungs and all of that shit because, she's very short. She ain't got a lot of space for her baby to grow or whatever. So they need to know what's really going on up inside of her. So the doctor's saying that she needs like an internal doctor. I think he said an internist, but I didn't feel like going back. And then the internist started to seem like an intern, and I was like, yeah, whatever. An internal doctor to check out her shit to see where everything is and if she's in any like physical danger. So she's supposed to come back in 2 weeks for the ultrasound. Emily, meanwhile, in Texas, has been discharged, and Bree comes to get her, to go get something to eat. And she's still upset that she don't get to hold the baby. She's feeling super helpless, no makeup, just crying. Doctors are kind of saying that JJ's gonna get better, but they don't know when. So it's basically just going to be whenever on his own time. But at the very least, the baby is going to be in the hospital for like 4 more weeks. And yeah, Bree's going to have to leave. So Emily's like, I'm happy that she came here to, be my friend and go through all of this with me. But of course, she got to get back to her real life back in Atlanta. And I guess that she would be in the same position as Amanda, whereas the other girl is, pregnant or just had a baby, and they are not able to work together, which is their whole, thing. So they got to find other people to work with for now. And that's the same thing that Amanda was saying. Like, I'm not going to replace you, permanently. But, girl, you're going to have to give a place for right now. Because I got to make money. All right. So, yeah. None of that was mentioned right there. But I've seen, like, preview-ish. And, yeah. And just thinking about it all by myself. All right. So, Andrea is polishing her little toes. And Chris come in. And he was like, Daddy's home. She's like, Daddy? You ain't my daddy, nigga? No. He's happy as hell. He went for an interview. He said the guy seemed to really like him. He seemed to like the stuff that he was saying. And yeah. So he's excited. She was like, well, I'm really happy that y'all, looking for a job and all of this. She was like, I'm just scared about, yeah. Don't leave. And he like, what? Yeah, like before when Andre was born and you like weren't around, and he was like, oh, why you keep on bringing up the past? Don't live in the past. Like, I'm here now. I'm not going to leave you. Like, we're a team. And she like, okay, because, this and that, and I'm really going to need help. And he was like, we're a team. Like, don't worry. I got you. She was like, plus it's going to be hard on me because my parents aren't here. He was like, you don't need them. You got me. I promise I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to be here for you. We're going to do this together. Team us. And they do the little finger pound thing. And, she's all getting happy. And she like, well, whatever. Well, since you already, doing shit and we're a team, polish these toes, nigga. Get on them toes. You're like, is you serious? Yeah. Yeah. Do that. Why would you? First of all, her whole body this big and half of it is stomach. How's she even bending? Boy, you better help her with them toes. Yes, she's serious. Okay, so oh, and also, does he look really high, or is his eyes always? Because I'll be paying him no attention really because I dislike him so much. But are his eyes always that dazed out? Because, it's people who born like that. Just like them fucked up looking eyes. But he looked fucked up. He looked high as hell. You ain't gonna pass the drug test, boy. You ain't gonna pass. Alright, so Minnie goes to talk to Bree. And she tells Bree, of course, about Minnie, the miscarriage thing. And they're, speculating on whether she was ever pregnant in the first place. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she lied before, all that. So Juicy is going to meet Minnie at some place, right? So she goes in, she orders her a glass of wine and some chicken wings. And then Minnie come in with her gigantic, enormous ass mother. She was like, oh, we bringing mothers? I wish somebody would have told me so I could have brought my mama. That's right. She really should have brought her mama. She really should have. Okay. So she sits down and she was like, well, I'm just here. This Minnie, okay, not Big Mama yet. I'm just here because I didn't like how you was questioning me at that baby shower. It was so out of hand, so disrespectful. I don't know. Juicy is like, you disrespected me. How did I do something wrong? So, she was like, yeah, you was asking me all kind of questions or whatever. And Juicy was like, first of all, we had a baby shower for you. I had a baby shower. I threw you a baby shower out of the goodness of my heart. Her mother like, oh, please. She's the devil. That's the construction guys yelling. Like, she is the devil. And she was like, whatever. And she was like, and I wasn't the only one asking questions. Everybody asked questions because we had a baby shower for you. You did not tell anybody anything, and then you just blurt out, oh, I had a miscarriage. People were like, well, when? Like, how? What, did the doctor say? Those are legitimate questions. And you know what? I got to be on Juicy's side, and y'all know I don't like Juicy. Those are legitimate, normal-ass motherfucking questions. I know you didn't think that you were going to get by with that shit after the shit that you already pulled and thought nobody was going to ask no questions. People will ask questions of a person who wasn't known to be a liar, okay? Because it's a weird situation and people want to know. We all girls. People who have babies, like, what the fuck? Tell me what's going on. And I fucking just spent all my money on a motherfucking baby shower. You better tell me something, hussy. So, yeah. She was like, well, everybody was asking questions. Her mother was like, let me find out. You asking her questions again. What that even supposed to mean? You don't ask my daughter no motherfucking questions. She was like, I'm from Chattanooga. I will whoop your ass. Now, I don't know if Chattanooga is hard now. Like, is that... I mean, if you from Chattanooga, let me know. You know, I was unaware about the thug level out in Chattanooga. So, okay. So, Juicy was like, you know, whatever, I'll ask her questions whenever I want to. She was like, no, you won't. She picked up Juicy's chicken and threw it on her. And Juicy is like, are you serious right now? Yes, bitch. And next time, it'll be more than chicken. Crazy as hell, okay? So, they walked out and, I don't know, made some sort of motherfucking joke. I think that this was very childish and in poor taste. Like, it's like, really? You bring your mother to fight your battles? And I am still on Juicy's side. First of all, Juicy looked very, very hurt, like she was crying. This was not fair, all right? And Minnie's mother is bullying Juicy and probably gonna bully other motherfucking people, everybody that asked her the damn question, because that shit is questionable, okay? That ain't no regular shit to be motherfucking happening. So, yes, people gonna ask questions. This is totally uncalled for. And her mother should not have been there. Minnie is very childish for this bullshit. And she like, thank you, Mom. You gonna thank her? But back when Money was trying to stick up for you, then it was just like, oh my God. Why is you acting all crazy and uncivilized? But your motherfucking gigantic big bird ass mother is fucking ridiculously ghetto as hell. I'm from Chattanooga, bitches. What? This your mother? Ain't you like 30? Because I'm looking at all of the creasage going on with your makeup and the crust all around the nose and all of that. So I'm thinking, you ain't motherfucking young, which means that bitch ain't young, which means she needs to knock it the fuck off, okay? This was ridiculous. This was childish. I felt so bad for Juicy. And now it just kind of made me feel a totally different way about Minnie. Like, it made me not want to have, like, any sympathy, no benefit of the doubtish shit going on in my head. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Tammy and Minnie was dead fucking wrong. So, the recap of this shit. Bree and Emily, sad as fuck, over in Texas. The baby is very sick. Lots of complications. Lontel finally stepped up. We're happy for that. Sad situation all around. Hope little JJ gonna be okay. All right. The tiny twins. Amanda gotta find somebody to fucking dance with. Andrea's having problems. She can't motherfucking breathe. We gotta see what's gonna happen with that. We thinking that her baby might come out to actually be regular size. Okay, they're not sure yet. And her boyfriend may get a motherfucking job. And supposedly he's supposed to be stepping up, but I don't fucking see it yet. Money, career is nonsense, and her hair is just as ridiculous as it's always been. That's all I'm saying about her storyline. Did she do anything else? Oh, well, she got attitude with Minnie, and she not motherfucking talking to her. She tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. She tried to be, on this whole Jocelyn level where everybody trying to act like they so, new age, I'm, becoming a better person, anger management type shit. So we're going to see how long that's going to motherfucking last. Who else is on the motherfucking show? And of course, I just talked about these two raggedy bitches, Tabby and her punk ass mama, and Juicy, who I'm gonna let be standby friend for right now. I'm gonna like her for right now because I'm feeling like she being done wrong. So Juicy's in the right at this point, and Tammy and her chubby, excessively cellulited leg daughter. Yeah, y'all need to knock it off. And that is it for this motherfucking review. So, if you agree with me, these 2 episodes, this extremely long video, and then I have to pack and I have to go away for a birthday party for a whole weekend for my 4-year-old godchild. And I don't have that much time, so yeah, I gotta get off the camera. My other videos, Love and Hip Hop and Marriage Boot Camp. Nope, haven't even watched them, I do not think. So, and I'm going to be gone the whole goddamn weekend. So, I don't know if that's going to get done until next week, which will make it super late, but better late than never. Or shit, it might just be never. I don't know. Are y'all even watching those? Okay. Anyway, okay, so if you agree with me, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. If you are sick of me wearing tank tops all the goddamn time, let me know. If you are pissed off about this motherfucking construction that's always going on, and the buzzing of my air conditioner in the background, y'all gonna have to suck that up because ain't nothing we can do about it. So, until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you check out my previous video.
Is crying. She's outside with Lisa, and she's talking about how he said that he doesn't want to be married, and she don't really know if she.
But it really wasn't working out. When you get a chance, swing by my natural hair and beauty channel and check out my last video over there as well.
And this wig just works out great. I'm so happy I didn't mess it up. Thanks.
I also have a fitness channel. Swing on over there and check out some of my free workouts. Bye-bye.